Welcome back to Divinity. Welcome back to Divinity Original Sin Enhanced Edition. So yeah, we're not quite where we left off, but I did some housekeeping, I did some inventory management. I leveled up. And we got another new skill for Dany, so now we've got a ranged precision stance, so improve my chances to hit at the cost of movement speed. So I can't move as fast, but I can hit more. Mouse is freaking out. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna talk to Selenia and see about getting our reward.
So good to see you again, Source Hunter.
So let's discuss matters concerning the Legion.
I shall be very glad to share what information I, by all means.
Pheromones.
My legionnaires. They all perished? How fate has treated them wantonly. And if it weren't for you, the archaeologist would surely have died as well. He has much to be thankful for. Were that I had.
Alright, well that's all I needed to talk to you about. So, yeah, okay, so we did a quick quest. Life is great. I got a couple other things here in town I should see about doing. For starters, I still haven't talked to a bunch of people. So we're going to start by going and talking to Esmeralda, who is the counselor's widow. And the big suspect in the murder. So we may as well see what she has to say about what's going on. Gonna take all this stuff off of the table. Yep, all that's mine now. So we go inside. There's this wonderful gentleman here.
Those awful orcs. I can't bear to imagine something would happen to you.
Oh, but don't you worry, my lady. We Legionnaires are highly trained soldiers who fear neither orc nor demon.
Oh boy.
What if you were to be ambushed, caught unawares? Oh, catch me, for I might faint.
Okay, so this is Esmeralda, who, as soon as she stops moving, we're going to talk to. Someday. Where are you going? Come here.
Lords above, grant me patience. You're a source hunter, aren't you? Here because you think I killed my husband. How many times do I need to state and restate my complete innocence in the matter?
Sorry. Instead of coffee now, I have my breakfast, which is yogurt. So, who are you, ma'am?
I am Esmeralda, wife of Jake, and now, alas, his widow. Poor man. We were both so young when we married. He so rich and I so poor. But his one and only princess just the same.
Let's talk about how your husband died.
Like I told just about every legionnaire in town, I don't know anything about poor Jake's murder. I want his killer found and tried, but everyone suspects me of this evil deed. And you're no different, are you?
Just like this guy over in the corner, occasionally he flexes, it's fun.
So what happened? Some of them tittle-tattling crab chasers down the pub call me a murderous gold digger and you believe them? These insinuations truly go beyond the pale. Oh, I think I'm getting one of my headaches.
Geez, lady, I just want to know what happened. So tell me about, this thing that your husband collected.
Starstone? I've never heard of such a thing. Dear Jake had a mineral collection, yes. As far as I knew, it was one of his pastimes, nothing more. Do you mean to imply he collected something dangerous? Something that may have gotten him into trouble? Oh, this is all too much. I feel like I'm drifting from nightmare into nightmare.
And you can actually ask her a little bit more about Cyseal and she'll tell you.
Well, what do you want to know?
So tell me about Cyseal.
Cyseal. Would you believe this dying metropolis was rather recently one of the realm's greatest assets? Our trade routes were the busiest thoroughfares in the land, before the undead took to dragging their carcasses across them.
Tell me about the undead a little bit.
Sometimes I forget they're even out there, to be honest. Remember above all to stay behind the wall, we tell our children. And when you've been heeding your own advice for seasons on end, you almost start to forget what the fuss was about in the first place. Better not to, though. They're still out there, the dead, and from the looks of it, they'll always be.
Alright, well, thank you very much.
Adamant about her innocence.
We need to look for evidence if we want to prove she actually did the evil deed.
So,
tell me,
essentially what we're going to have to do
would your wife
is we're going to have to break into her back rooms over here at some point.
Should tragedy befall you on the battlefield?
But, of course, we gotta be wary of this guy.
I suppose so.
But she mentioned that Jake had a mineral collection. We can actually, I think, go upstairs and have a look around. Still counts as stealing, even though there's apparently nobody up here. So folded shirts, folded shirts. You can see that this is the handy-dandy collection we were being told of. So, actually, oh my gosh. I'm just gonna... There's no one here to see me do it, so we're just gonna take some of your stuff
If
here.
only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become.
Yeah, I'm the best. And also, glass rubies are great. You can use them to do things. So we'll also take moonstones.
If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and
I can't think of
dangerous
anything
you've
that the
become.
star pebbles are really good for. I don't think they're good for anything. We can also take a look inside this chest. Oh my, panties. We don't need that. Key to Esmeralda's house. Oh my god. I'm gonna take that.
Sigurd's beard was a find.
Holy cow. I'm a monster,
If only
but I
the
don't care.
popular girls from the Source Academy
Yeah,
could
that's
see
great.
how edgy and dangerous you've become.
There's no one here to see me steal. No one can see you cry in the rain. Okay, so we're good. We just robbed the upstairs, but we're fine. You know, nobody saw us do it, so who can prove it? That's the extent of stealing that I will do in this game, actually. I don't like to steal. There's a reason I'm lawful. Okay, we're also going to take the time to go and talk to the mayor. Because we still haven't done that. Oh, hey kitty. So this is Mayor Cecil. He's a bit of a doddering old guy, but he's not a bad guy.
What? Oh, it's you. Come closer then. Closer, huh? My ears aren't what they used to be. Nor my eyes, for that matter. Yes, hello, Source Hunter. Our city welcomes you.
Thank you for talking to the coroner when you're supposed to be talking to me. Tell me about yourself, sir.
My elf? What elf? Oh, myself. I am Cecil, Mayor of Cyseal, and husband of the stately Cecilia. I've been the mayor here for decades, and I'm quite eager to see Cyseal through these difficult times. Yes, very difficult times indeed.
Tell me a bit about Cyseal.
Oh, what? Oh, you mean Cyseal? Very difficult times indeed. As though the death of Jake, and by source magic no less, weren't enough. We're also facing all sorts of brutish intruders. The undead have overrun all but one northern trade route, while the orcs are making a habit of savaging our beaches. That's not to mention that at the top of this whole caboodle, there's rumors of some new religious sect or cult or some such sticking its tendrils into the innocent, seven-fearing folks of Cyseal. And, while we're on the subject of troubles, I myself have a private matter I'd like to bring to your attention. It involves a magic relic I rather foolishly sought. A weapon called the Staff of Pergamon.
Okay, well, before we get on the topic of the murder, which, you know, so much fun talking to everybody about murder, tell me about the undead.
What? The undead? Yes, for the past 2 years, those blasted skeletons have all but suffocated this city. With all but one trade route overrun, Cyseal's once torrential commerce has slowed to a pathetic trickle.
Yeah, okay, we'll talk to him about the murder before we talk to him about the staff. Just tell me about the murder.
Jake, murdered? Oh, yes. Yes, now I recall. Indeed. I could hardly believe it myself. The Council and I have certainly had our differences over the years, but old squabbles evaporate under such circumstances. Most of the townsfolk are certain Jake's wife Esmeralda is responsible. In fact, the Legion have taken her into protective custody to keep her safe from the mob. As you can imagine, I've known Esmeralda for years. That business between her and the Duke of Ferrol was always a bit, suggestive. But I've never had cause to suspect her of violence. Still, One never knows for sure.
Tell me about this Duke of Ferrell.
An all-right bloke, apart from all this Esmeralda nonsense. The whole town knows the only goal of his business trips to Sicil is to spend a night or two at the King Crab Inn with Mrs. Counselor.
Okay, well that's certainly, something important to know. We'll have to probably talk to her about that, see what's going on there. But tell me about the staff of Pergamon.
What of what now? Oh, you're speaking gibberish. Ah, you mean the staff of Pergamon. Yes, yes. I was expecting a shipment of weapons, and among the cargo was this very powerful, very rare staff. I managed to place the order through means somewhat, atypical to a government official.
So, black market.
Cecil proved an old fool, though. For the merchant slated to deliver it to me has just informed me that the damn thing has gone missing. I fear it may have fallen into the wrong hands, and I wonder if you could retrieve it for me.
Well, I'm such a nice person, I don't see why not. But tell me about the merchant.
His name is Conrad, captain of the Tide Splitter, a merchant ship still docked at the Sicil harbor. You can talk to him if you think it'd help, but I'd quite like to avoid getting the Legion involved, if you don't mind.
I think we actually do have an option at some point during this quest to turn the mayor over to the Legion. I never do because I'm nice, but I don't know. Different strokes for different folks. You play your game how you want it. So, what do you know about the staff?
The staff itself contains a shard of an ore, highly valued for its use in the weapons of war. I know use of the material to be forbidden, but I was desperate to do something to aid the townsfolk against the undead.
Tell me about Rivellon's sects.
Well, I do believe that's something your parents ought to have discussed with you long ago, Source Hunter. But I suppose if you really don't know, I'd be remiss if I didn't at least explain the basics.
Oh dear, he thinks I'm talking about the birds and the bees. You need like a hearing trumpet or something, buddy.
Ah, you see, when a lady and a fellow find each other rather nice, well, rather more than nice, they occasionally, Oh, this is nonsense. I'm the mayor for the 7th sake. I can't be bothered to chat all day about the birds and the bees when Sicil's under siege by orcs, undead, and cultists.
Oh, Cecil. Alright, well, we're actually gonna ask him. I've never asked him if he has work for sailors.
No, all my clothes are in fine condition, thanks. I've been going to the same tailor for years.
Okay. He actually has a library upstairs that is where we can find another potential companion. And also, we can borrow books. I say borrow, like, quote-unquote borrow. But we actually have to get permission to go up there first. So tell me about your library upstairs.
That depends. What kind of berries are you interested in, exactly? Ah, the library. Yes, you must have a visit. It's the gem of Sicil. Would you like to have a look? I'll escort you upstairs myself.
That sounds great.
Marvelous. Follow me then.
Okay, so he's gonna go upstairs.
I knew that dark-dealing old man dabbled in source. To the gallows, I say.
Medora! We can't just go around murdering people. It's not okay.
What? Oh, yes. This library is the jewel in Sicil's crown. The beacon of culture and learning in our fair city. My Victoria has every volume you could possibly imagine, and she's got every speck of information about this place packed into her brilliant brain. Yes, Victoria's come a long way from that little bundle of claws and teeth I adopted so long ago. Ah, it brings a tear to my eye just seeing her here among her beloved books. What? Oh, yes. I'll be on my way back downstairs now. Please introduce yourself. I know Victoria will be happy to make your acquaintance.
Alright, so we're gonna go talk to Victoria. Oh, why am I Leo? I wanna be Dany.
The lesser key of Sadakandras. Ugh, what nonsense.
So there's Jehan.
Is there no new book to be discovered in this library?
Jehan is, he's a special cupcake, and I love him dearly.
A volume of poetry among novels? Rack. mayhem.
And this is Victoria.
In the name of Amun-Hor, I bid thee Tujda Geta Hal, be welcome, human. My library is yours, as I hope your friendship is mine.
So Mayor Cecil's daughter is, in fact, an orc. She is his adoptive daughter. And I love Victoria. She's a great person. So who are you, madame?
I'm Victoria, daughter of Mayor Cecil. Oh, I know what you're thinking. The likeness isn't exactly striking, is it? When I was very young, you see, I must have been cast out by my tribe, for I was found in a wicker basket floating past Sicil toward the sea. The fisherman who found me would have drowned me on the spot, for I am an orc after all. But praise be Amun-Hor, dear Cecil was among the gathered crowd, and he took pity on the exiled infant that chance had put in his way. He raised me like I was his own, this kindest of souls, taught me the language of men, their customs and their letters. Thus, I became the city's librarian, a position I uphold with no small diligence and pride.
Alright, so it's really important to ask her if you can take books from the library, otherwise it counts as stealing when you try to take things from the library. So can I have it?
Indeed you may. The wisdom I here hoard is yours to peruse and even take with you. All I can ask is that you return the books you borrow so that others may enjoy them too.
Alright, well thank you very much, madame. And it'll show you when you're stealing, because it lights up red. Which you've already seen. I robbed Esmeralda quite fantastically. Extermination, philosophy of death I can take. I can do this one. Hey!
Does have a propensity for all things naughty, hasn't she?
I know it by heart.
I can read these books and just unlock new crafting recipes. Improved metal shield. Oh, I can't take the empty potion bottles. Boo. Makes me sad.
No, this isn't the grimoire I'm looking
Oh no, no, no,
Is there no new book to be discovered in this
no. Did I already read this one? I can't remember.
Where's the
Oh,
third
well,
one gone?
neat.
Shatsu. Sometimes I think these books sprout little legs in the night.
Yeah, I feel that.
Demonology for dumbbells.
I have read that one. I already have that.
More advanced. Is there no new book to be discovered in this library?
Teleron will have to pay yet another fine.
So I can look and see. I can read all these books. This I'll use later, but not right now.
Demonology for dumbbells. I need something more advanced. The Pseudomonarchia Daemonum. And the first edition too. Most promising.
But where's the third one gone? Shatsu.
So Jehan just sort of wanders around complaining about everyone's choice in reading.
Demonology for dumbbells. I need something more advanced. Is there no new book to be discovered in this library?
Globe from fluids. Pirate's life. Okay, I think that's everything I
Still
can
hasn't been returned.
do
Teleron will have to pay
here.
yet another fine.
So we'll talk to Jehan real quick.
Omnes autem mali demonis quam. What? What is this? Who are you to interrupt my musings? By Naga the Protector, they have the manners of boors, these boatmen of Sicil.
Rude.
Oh, but perhaps I spoke too soon. Perhaps I was mistaken, for you hardly resemble the local fisher folk, which, incidentally, is a compliment of copious dimensions indeed. No, a source hunter, that is what you are. Yes, a stalker of sorcery, a chaser of charms pernicious. In truth, I cannot go so far as to say it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, for I take no pleasure in the company of man. But it may just be to our mutual advantage to join forces nonetheless.
And why would I want to just pick up some random wizard?
Why, simply because you hunt source, and I, Jehan, hunt demons. You are aware, of course, that quite often both of these pests frequent the same shadowy pools of infamy. Now, I hate what I hunt, but I respect its cunning. Should I not, I'd have been decimated, body and soul, long since. This is a sentiment I'm quite certain you must recognize. Let there be strength in cunning, yes, but also in numbers. The calculus of wizardry I offer you. The might of the magician's mastermind. On one condition. That on our joint travels we will never deal with demonic entities, no matter how tempting their propositions. Give me your word on this, and I'll weave you spells.
Well, I have the strangest feeling that Leo's about to cockblock me. So, how about that?
You speak before your turn. I, for one, am not ready to make that promise.
Oh, simple souls. Oh, doomed spirits. What tangled webs you'd weave. But I won't be a fly to be caught in them. Begone. Reflect. And if you should see the light, I will be here in the library. For now, you are not worthy of my devotion.
Okay, so that was sort of the game's way of telling us that we're too low level to get another companion right now. I will stick to this lady.
A source hunter! Oh, what a sight for source Icelian eyes! Me? I live alone here in town. Used to be that my younger brother Tom and I were practically joined at the hip, but that's all changed now.
What happened to your brother?
Oh, he's always been something of a rascal, calling his petty hooliganism adventuring and endlessly worrying my poor mind. Oh, but of course, I've always loved that scamp to bits. For my part, I encouraged him to join the Legion. Even got him sparring with Captain Aureus now and then. But then those blasted Fabulous Five came into town. That band of... oh, I don't even know what to call them. Well, they're his heroes, and I simply couldn't prevent him from going to see them. That one meeting was all it took for Tom to run off with them on some mission to God knows where.
Okay, so you guys remember the Fabulous Five? We talked to one of their members, Mendius. So we're a little low level for that. Blah, blah, blah. It's early. We're a little low level for that quest. We still got some work to do before we can really do anything else. But what we do have is updates on a lot of things here. So there's a couple things we can do here. And I know there's one more person we should talk to here in town, just to finish off that sailor quest. So, there's a gentleman here in the square, this Captain Jack. And if we go up and talk to him...
What are ye staring at?
Oh, why don't you tell me about yourself, sir?
Captain Jack's the name, though the title may be a little generous at the moment. My crew ran off, and I can't find enough hardy souls to help me reload the ship and sail off.
What happened to your crew?
Those scallywags heard there be silver in the Lacula mines, and they abandoned ship like the lily-livered turkeys they are. Haven't seen them since the day we docked.
Well, I happen to know 3 sailors looking for work.
Some poor chaps lost their ship and want some work. Just send them to me, and tell them there's a bit of coin and a lot of rum coming their way if they don't mind a bit of honest labor.
Alright, well, look at that. Things are looking pretty good for those, for Philip and his friends, our 4 sailors. I still can't talk to animals. I opted for a talent that lets me get my arrows back. That gives me like a 30% chance of getting my arrows back when I shoot them. So, still can't talk to animals, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Besides, we need to be down here anyway because there's a certain merchant we need to talk to down here. So first, let's talk to Philip and his friends and complete that quest. Hey, buddy.
Have you found us a job yet? We'll take anything, really. So there's a captain offering booze and brass for a bit of crate loading. Gods be praised. You've done it, friend. Off we go.
Aw, look at that. We helped somebody out today. This is good. So, coincidentally, that merchant the mayor told us about happens to be over here. So if we go straight onto this, yeah, so this is Conrad. We need to talk to him.
Ahoy, sailor! Are you enjoying the fresh winds of Sicile?
Well, why don't you tell me about yourself?
Name's Conrad. Cargo trader, sea captain, an expert in all things nautical. Folks across Andervale know to give old Conrad a holler when it comes to rare imports and magical items.
Real quick, what'd you think of that attack on the harbor that happened God knows how long ago?
Those orcs must be out of their barbarous minds launching an attack on a city where a great wizard resides. Though even I must admit they put up a hearty effort. I'll tell you, the only time I'd consider waging a suicide campaign like that would be if whatever I sought was something worth dying over.
So tell me about the stuff you were moving for the mayor.
Aye, that Cecil's worse than a rooster. Crowing all around town about matters he ought to know are better kept quiet. Well, if you know about the staff, I suppose you also know it's gone without a trace.
You did mention that, yes.
For my part, I haven't a clue where it could have gone. Overboard, stolen, or vanished into thin air. Though I'm quite eager to see it return, I've got a reputation to uphold, you know. Wouldn't hurt to ask some of my men. I tried myself, but sailors tend to be a bit tight-lipped when they're afraid of getting one another in some trouble. Seaman's code, you know. Not to rat out a fellow sailor.
Okay. So we can just talk to a couple member of his crew over here, so we can talk to this gentleman Marv. Generally, if people have a name, it means they're important. So, tell me.
Sauce? Here, it's Seal. Damn. Of all that cursed hunks of rock to land on, Conrad chooses this one. Now that you mention it, I noticed Dietmar, a fellow merchant travelling with us, carrying a sealed box off the ship during the attack. At the time, I figured he was just escaping with his personal effects. But it could well have been that staff you're talking about.
Well, gee, you probably could have told your captain that, but tell me about Dietmar.
Well, sure, I saw him slip off the ship, but I haven't a clue where he could possibly be now. Captain Conrad's the man to ask for such matters.
Good to know, good to know. So now we can just pop back over here. Hey, Conrad, tell me about this
Heard
Dietmar
anything
fella.
about the whereabouts of the magic stick yet?
Yeah, tell me about Dietmar.
What? That weasel has it for sure. But I'll tell you this. I didn't speak of that stuff to a soul on board. If he's the one who took it, he must have known it was on the ship before stepping foot on her decks. I'm sure he'll make a run for it, probably by boat. I'd look for him on an out-of-sight beach somewhere. He's probably there now, trying to launch a vessel in private. If he hasn't already escaped, that is.
Alright, well, thank you for letting me know about that. So we're just gonna pop over here, back to the north gate, and we're gonna go ahead and head back outside. Because we've done a lot of investigating, a lot of talking to people here in town, and that's we've learned a lot of information. But we still just sort of have to run outside and go check stuff out. There's also a ton of people we still haven't talked to. But we'll get to it in due time. It's just conversations take a long while. Oh, yeah, I made this little mobile kitchen.
I'm warm as fresh apple pie.
Yep, so I can cook things now. It's great.
To leave the city is to venture into danger. Be careful, source hunter.
Thank you, sir.
My kingdom for a dry shirt.
We're fine. Stop whining. So, I'm gonna go ahead and. Oops, did I ever read this? No, I didn't. Well, there we go. Now I know how to make apple pies. So send that to Leo. Sort everything by type. I'm gonna go ahead and save my game again. Because we talked to a lot of people, we learned a lot. And I don't want to have to do it again. So, what we're gonna do... we're actually gonna enter stealth mode here. Yep, this is what sneaking looks like in this game. We are inconspicuous rocks. Inconspicuous. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna sort of maneuver ourselves over here. And I'm gonna unlink both my tanks here. So I'm gonna have Dora kind of. Oh! Well, this is what's happening. We're gonna do this. And I'm gonna use 3 of my movement to go over here. Medora power up. Oop. Or I'll randomly drag things around my toolbar, which I don't want to do. Medora power up. I'm gonna have her go stand over here. Well, they saw Leo. That's fine. So what this means is now I can just sort of maneuver Leo in front. So we're gonna have him. Yeah, we're basically just gonna stick Leo here, in between me and anything else that comes at us. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start off. Actually, what I'm gonna do, in order to force certain people to come in, get closer, we're gonna put a smoke screen over there. So that's smoke. Nobody can see through that. They have to actually get closer to come and see us. Dora's got this gentleman here, so we're just gonna give him a good couple whacks. Nice job, Medora! Wow! Medora is easily the best tank you will get in the game. Ow! Rude. Okay, well, we'll use Oath of Desecration on ourselves. Give this gentleman a nice whack. Ooh, I'm still in a position where I could just walk away if I wanted. But I think I may
Tastes blood,
ricochet.
it craves more.
And give this guy another knock.
Pathetic.
Alright. So Maddie, here's what you're gonna do. Yeah, she can't see him because he's in the smoke, and she'd have to be right up on top of him. So we're actually gonna have you go there and give him a whack.
Found it.
Or you're gonna miss. You could do that too.
Poison consumes me.
Oh dear. That does not look good. Okay. So I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna see if we can knock this Terramancer over. Okay, it doesn't look good. So we're gonna quick pop a healing potion. Just to keep folks stable. We're gonna do what we can to get out of the poison.
Into the fray once more.
Take a healing potion. Yeah. Okay, Medora. Use your whirlwindy ways. Give this guy another whack. Oof. Yeah, there's another reason I save my game. This fight could go really badly for us. Yes, waste your heal. Ooh.
7. Call me home.
Okay, we're gonna use a scroll here on Dora. Just stay here, I guess. Alright, What do we do? Sure, I guess we could do rain here to
God sweep upon the earth.
try and get rid of the poison. Okay, good. That looks good. Yeah, let's knock this guy over.
Packs a punch.
Or not. Okay. I don't want to use Crushing Fist. I want to use Battering Ram, actually. Yeah! Nice job, Maddie.
See the white light.
Dora. You're looking fine. You're doing great.
Bless the seven, I am restored!
What do we got here? Okay, well, we're gonna eat this boiled potato. 'Cause that adds to my constitution. Which may help me out in this fight. Okay, Dany. We're gonna... I'm not liking my odds here. Just try and knock this guy over again. Yeah, there we go. Nice job. It's Terramancer because he's a problem. That's all you can do, Medora. So, yeah, suck down a potion. Trying. Okay, it's harder than it looks.
Seven, aid me!
Oh, come on, it's right there. 72% chance to hit. Okay. Gonna have to probably knock that gentleman over. First, we're gonna heal Medora. All of my movement to run away. Okay, Medora, what can we do? What can we do? Okay. Really not liking the looks of things here. Oh, thank God. Nice job, Medora. Good job. Just beat the crap out of this guy. Miss. Where's the swear jar? Yes! Yes, I have Ricochet back, which is good.
Letting arrow.
Let's run over here. Okay, Medora. What can we do? Come on, he's right there. How are you missing? Suck down another potion.
A little help here.
I'm trying.
See you try to wriggle free.
Oh, phew. Okay. Medora's still alive. I don't know how, but she's still alive. Whack. Go over there.
On the man.
Alright. So, I gotta do something about this zombie.
Stay put.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because I don't want him going near my friends. Okay, come on! Medora! He is right there! How can you miss him? And she's dead. Yeah, she's dead, but that's fine. I can resurrect her. That's the beauty of it. Just whack. Whack. Ow.
Please assist me.
Ow! You, I don't like you.
I feel better already.
Okay, we're gonna toggle this so I can move faster. Yeah, now we're gonna use... Come on.
This is the end for you!
Okay, zombies coming after me. Gonna patch Leo up. Keep running away. Yep, okay, so it's knocked over, that's good. Use their stupid armor. Do I have anything fiery I can use against it? Got a fireball scroll. Oh, I can't cast it. How many EP do I have? Okay. Just keep running away. And can cast that on me. And stay here.
On the mend.
You're gonna set him on fire. Okay. And we're gonna put you between him and Dany. Alright, well, we're gonna quick run over here. Come here. And we'll have a chat.
An invigorating fight that was. And what a killing blow you delivered.
Yes, yes. He is, he handled himself like the best of the best.
Oh, there, I wouldn't go that far. Especially not standing in the blast radius of your soon-to-burst vanity bubble.
Yep, good to know. Okay, so we're gonna patch ourselves up here. Leo,
Into the fray once more.
use this just because I'm out of combat. My spells and skills recharge fairly quickly outside of combat. So let's see, what did we get here? Cat. Avatar Frost. Water arrow. Well, let's get Medora back up. Alright, well, welcome back to the land of the living. Let's patch you up. This game can get really hard. I fully expect to have companions die on me a lot. And I fully expect for me to die on certain occasions. So, let's go ahead and have a look around this area where they were. Repair. Oops, I didn't want to again. Send that to Leo. Oh dear. Oh, there's some hair. Water barrel. actually, I'm gonna combine this oil barrel here with some stuff I got. I know I have some empty bottles. Ooh, whoops, that's not what I wanted. There they are. I'm gonna quick make myself some fire grenades, because that's gonna be a handy thing to have out here. So we'll swap that for that. Put this invisibility scroll here, so we need that. Picked up this cap, which we're gonna send to Medora because she needs better armor. Send it to Leo. We're also going to take the time to put these on Medora's hot bar, just in case. So I wanted to give that to you, or so you can identify things. Alright, alright. This on the bar. Okay. We look pretty good to go. What does this do? Yeah, we'll put silver arrows here. I just don't want to use the poisoned arrows because they don't really do much against the undead. There's like little to no point in having them in some circumstances. Okie dokes. So I think that we should be good here for a little bit. Let's see what we got here. There's a chest. Oh, hey! We're gonna send those to Leo. Send those to Medora, see if they're better than what she's got. And hey, another resurrection scroll. Awesome. We can read this. We're gonna investigate the lighthouse.
This must be part of the expedition Lieutenant Selenia was talking about.
Not much we can do for these sad souls, but where are the others?
Ooh, okay, so we found part of an expedition. Neat. There's a wooden club over here and a mortar and pestle that I almost walked away without. Because the mortar and pestle is going to be our best friend in crafting a lot of things. So, for example, I go in here, we take a look at the mortar and pestle, so there it is. And I can crush bones with it. Make a bone dust. Where's that? Okay, I think I've sneezed out. But stardust, this stuff really, really helpful in the right circumstances. And I think I can also make flour with it. Yep, I can make flour with it. Neat. So we're gonna do some things a little faster. Just that. Going to experiment some more. I can take the bone dust and the stardust, put them together, make pixie dust, which I can use to enchant stuff. Let's see, what else do I want to do here? I can make dough. I keep forgetting. Make some dough. I wonder. Sorry, this is me experimenting with a bunch of weird things. So I take this empty cup, and I combine it with a pear. Does it do anything? Okay. So sometimes you just have to try and see if things will work. But I can... I could do that, but I'm not gonna. Instead, I'm gonna... I can make apple pie dough, cheese bread dough. I can make another pizza. Oh, we'll make some apple pie dough. Okay. Clean up the inventory a little bit. Yeah, the beginning of the game is especially rough for a lot of this. And I'm sorry if it takes me a long time to do. This stuff is just, it does take a while to get a lot of this stuff done. So, if memory serves, if we keep going that way, there's a waypoint over there that I want to get. But I can also sort of loop around back here. Find some stuff. Let's patch Leo up some more.
A stitch in time, eh, my friends?
Yes, yes, it's great. And we're actually gonna sneak around for a little bit. Oh, we're bushes this time. Except for Medora. Medora's a rock. Alright. I'm gonna grab these penny bun mushrooms, because that's what you use to make healing potions. Another poison arrow, which basically useless. Ooh, a frost guard. Bone pile. I'm gonna go ahead and save my game again. This is just a good thing to do. I'm gonna pop over here real quick. Patch myself up. And actually, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this one here.
I needed that.
Because we're about to go into another battle. And I wouldn't want to wait for my regeneration to recharge before we do that, so I'm going to cut it here, and I'll see you guys in the next one.